Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where last episode we just beat Portugal in a war. And, I mean, to be honest, it was a bit of a painful war, but we did beat them. We ended up getting Cuba out of the equation, and that is of course wonderful. The real question though is, are we going to have other European powers declaring on us at this time? Because we are currently looking pretty weak. So that is definitely a concern. I'm mothballing all of these forts right now. And the good news for us is that England is currently in another war. Oh, so is Castile. Castile is currently fighting Inca. That's probably not going to last very long. Somebody formed Inca? Where is Inca? I don't actually know. They're probably... yeah, they're down here. Okay, so that's fine. I should have known this. I've done the achievement to control all of South America as Inca. I didn't do that on the channel. That was actually the very last game that I played before starting up the channel. So, yeah, that I should have known that Inca was down here. But yeah, they're currently fighting Inca. That's probably not going to be a particularly challenging war for them. But it does mean that they're a little distracted. So that is very, very good to know. Now, we do have loans right now, a singular loan. I'm going to immediately repay that loan. I don't want to have to pay it, and that looks good. So we do have some corruption here. This is mostly due to unbalanced research, and that is absolutely understood. We're on 14 Miltech, we're on 10 admin. So I want to switch over to an admin focus at this point. And we're currently making, like, this is saying 123, but it's actually going to be about 20 gold a month. Okay. So we could definitely think about recruiting one of these guys. Global tariffs, maybe? I mean, we're not really going to have overseas colonies, right? But it might be a useful thing-ish. Maybe just morale of navies, to be honest. That's probably fine. Okay, now we're going to need to wait a tick. Yeah, England made a claim on us. That's not surprising. Keep in mind, we're 36,663 men in the hole right now. It's painful. No doubt about that. We need some time. So that is all fine. I do want to get at least a +1 here. Actually, national manpower modifier would be really good. We do still have that decreased drafting as well, and the question is, when is that going to go away? So let's grab our manpower modifier, and let's check in on that decreased drafting. That will expire in October, so that is in 2 months. Okay. Good to know. Now, our fleet here is not the way we want it to be just yet, so we're going to be putting money into that fleet. We currently have a Karak queued up here. Okay, that is noted. So I do want to get more heavy ships, for sure. And we're going to need more war galleys, we're going to need more caravels, we're going to need more flutes. This is all things that we're going to need. So for now, we can put some of this money into getting these ships going. We could also sell titles. I don't want to do this at this time. Yeah, our Crownland is already low, so I'm not going to worry about that. Ooh, 206 ducats. I'm going to take the ducats. We're going to spend that money immediately on getting our fleet online. So we have one Karak queued up. I believe that we do not have any additional Karaks queued up right now. So that means that we need 3 of these. Like that. There we go. Now, I want to have caravels up to about 25. So let's take this up to about here. Okay, that'll do for now. We're definitely going to go massively over our naval force limit, and that is 100% understood. We're losing a stability here. That's okay. We're still at +1 stability. I'm not too concerned about that. So currently we're gaining 515 a month. We gained that 10% manpower modifier, and we also no longer have that -20, so this is a 30% swing. That is significant. That now means we're going to be back to full manpower in about 68 months, which is a long time. Don't get me wrong. But it's definitely more correct. We'll put it that way. So we're 56 out of 70 on our land force right now. That is understood. Okay, Portugal made a claim on us. Hilarious. For the time being, this seems fine. Now we have 2 available diplomats and high naval attrition, right, because we're trying to circumnavigate the world. This is not going to go well, to be clear. We already know that. These guys, they're not going to last as they make their way around. But they can try. They're not going to succeed, but they can try. So for now, I want to bring our caravel count up to about 25. So we're going to keep spending money on this. Yeah, these guys sent no tribute. No shockers there. Okay, so again, we're targeting 25 here, 25 here, and I guess we could leave this at 25. Yeah, it's not surprising that we're losing these ships. Yeah, they're all gone. Okay, that is absolutely expected. They made some progress, anyway. Sure, that seems fine. Now, I'd like to get 3 more caravels queued up here. So we're going to get 1 queued up. I'm going to split off 3 caravels. And these are going to... Oh, we don't have the Explorer. The Explorer died with them. Yeah, that makes sense. We're going to group these back then, and I'm going to actually cancel those 3 caravels. Let's see here. This is 1 caravel, but it's in progress. There should be multiple caravels in here. No, not that one. Hang on. We need to go in here. Yeah, I want to cancel 1, 2, and 3 caravels. So we're going to get that money back. We don't have an Explorer right now, and until we were to get one, which actually we could do. You know what? I'm just going to do it. So we're going to bring this back up to 26 and split off 3 caravels. There we go. And we're going to put in, that's a good Explorer. We're going to put in these guys here, and we can actually do more of these non-circumnavigation missions at this point. And that's indeed exactly what we're going to do. So that sounds good. Now, this is currently up to 23. So I want to bring this up to 25. So we're going to queue up 1 more caravel after this one. There we go. That looks good. So we're still regaining some manpower here. Rebels crossed the border up over this direction. I'm going to unmothball this fort. They're going to pass right through this, but... Okay, they're locked in. They're actually going to fight our vassal here. That seems good. So, lose 6,239 manpower. Normally, I would say this is really painful right now. But manpower can't go negative. And we're not going to lose the manpower out of our armies. This just does nothing. So, we can see here, we need 30,735. We lose 6,239. And we still need 30,735. So that does literally nothing, and that is magnificent. We're very pleased that that's happening. So we could choose a new idea group. I'm not interested in that at this time. We are definitely interested in getting our admin tech up. That's for sure. Now, I want to check in on how we're doing on institutions. Okay, so all of Cuba has institutions at this point, and these areas have printing press spreading, but it's not going the fastest in the world. Understood. That is absolutely fine. We are still working on recruitment of ships here, and I do want to queue up some war galleys. So let's get a few of those going. We have rebel uprisings on Caribus brewing up. Okay, how do we want to handle these? Well, this is deeply unsurprising. I'm going to move our fleet out here. I'm going to have these guys stop drilling, and I'm going to move them up over this way, although we're going to have to wait for a month tick here, looks like. Ooh, ship cost reduction. That's nice. Okay, so we're just parking these guys here for now, and I want to move these across to here. But England no longer considers us a rival. That's a big deal. What I want to do right now is I actually want to move these guys up. And we're going to force the merchants to lower their prices. This is fine. They're high influence anyway. So that sounds good. And this is going to be a little bit strange here. But actually, I'll take the autonomy, but I'm not happy about it. So we're going to shift consolidate all of this together. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move out any of these units that are not full at this moment. So... we want to do something kind of like this. But we're going to need to move a few infantry, and we're going to need to move one of these cavalry back. So that'll be this unit of cavalry gets moved back, and then some of these infantry will have to be moved over until these are roughly even. Something like that. So this is as good as we can field for the moment. These guys are going to head back over here, and we're going to put in this leader again. And these guys, they're going to head over. So that gives us much better amounts of manpower in this army than this army, which means that this army will be better suited to deal with the rebels. Okay, we finished another exploration here, and let's head out to the Northwest Pacific. That'll be fine. Okay, so these guys are just chilling up here now, and I'm going to send our navy back over here. There's those Caribus separatists, and we're going to immediately walk in here and eliminate them. No problem. Now we're going to walk back, and we're going to head on over with our navy, and we're going to head back to the other side. Cool. No problem whatsoever. That is absolutely fine. Portugal is planning to attack Charca. Okay. Noted. Caribus rivaled us. That's not shocking. And we're going to move these guys back over here. These should be drilling at this point. Okay, Portugal insulted us. Hilarious. Cool. So, now we don't know what our number of ships are here, because we moved our navy. And that is, of course, unfortunate. I'm going to assume that we are pretty good on our ship count for right now. I think we needed a couple more war galleys, but I think overall this is decent. So I do want to work on some economy here. So that's all plus 0.1. Okay, these are slightly better up here. Beautiful. So we'll get to work on that. We are gaining 10 Navy tradition, and we're recruiting very heavily for our Navy right now. So that looks good. Our first fleet, of course, needs to do more exploration of the East China Sea this time. So we're making reasonable exploration progress. That sounds great. And we're also restoring our armies. We can see that we need another roughly 26,000 manpower here. We should be getting these cores done up over this way fairly soon, and the unrest there is going to be 0 for a while. I'm going... How much admin power is 50 actually? It's about 5 months worth. Actually, like 4 months worth. I'm going to ignore them here. I'm going to lose the prestige. I'm not a fan of losing the prestige, but I'm going to do it anyway, because I want to get this admin tech as soon as we can. That is a very, very high priority. Okay, so we see that we have a few more ships being put to sea here. So this is going to be a war galley, this is going to be a caravel, this is going to be a caravel, this is a carrack, and one more thing. A carrack and a caravel. Okay, so we know we're going to get one war galley, and we're going to get 3 caravels and a carrack. So, we now know that we should get 4 additional war galleys. Like that. And then I'm going to call this good for our fleet for right now. Now, we're pretty close to our maximum amount of sailors. That's absolutely understood. But for the moment, I think this is okay. Portugal was building a spy network. I think that we're going to take the 10 free admin power here, because I would be delighted to get this next admin tech. That'll help our unbalanced research significantly. So let's go explore the North Atlantic. There we go. That'll be fine. Yeah, Matlazinka is not sending tribute. That's not shocking in the slightest. But our manpower is replenishing. We are slowly working on this. Interesting that these guys aren't locked. Well, actually, it's because these are so low, but that's fine. We grab this admin tech now, and that will help our unbalanced research. That cuts the penalty in half. So that's good. No doubt about that. How long until we get all these cored? Imminently. Wonderful. Right now. Well, let's make states. Not all of this was actually cored. Havana's almost done. There we go. So now we're going to need to make these into full cores. So that will take a little bit of time. We're going to need admin power for that. So let's sort by cost, and we'll just start like so. I also want to start converting these immediately. So we're going to make progress on that. Looks good. In the meantime, of course, we're continuing to bulk up our fleet, and our army is recovering. It's not done yet. Is this army done, actually? This is 28. And that is correct. So that army is actually complete at this point. We can expand our land force limit a little bit, and I'm interested in doing so. But we would have to start another army. Wouldn't we? What's our combat width? Combat width is 29. So that would be doable. We'd be able to expand this. We're currently at 28 for our combat width between these two armies. But we're a long ways away yet from getting this army fully done. Castile declared war on our tributary. Okay. Castile has some territory out here. The nation of Totonac. Noted. Is Castile in any other wars right now? Probably not. Yeah, they're not. Castile is allied with Austria, Portugal, and Flanders, but I'm wondering who all will actually join this. Okay, so we're at war with basically all of the usual suspects. Sounds good. We are in a stronger fleet position significantly than we were before, but we're also in a somewhat weaker army position. So that is 100% noted. And we can't make cores out over here for right now because we're at war with someone who has a core there. That's understood. So what are we interested in? More Caribus territory, perhaps? That's an interesting option. For sure. Portugal is considered a junior partner in this war. What's going on with Portugal diplomatically? They're just an ally. Okay. Well, that's noted. This is going to be very interesting, for sure. So, navally, we are in a much better position, but we aren't quite in the position we'd like to be in for this war. Specifically, we are quite weak here. And I'm going to move these guys out. We're going to have to wait for a month tick, but I'm going to position these about here. And I'm going to put these guys back behind them. We gain 100 population here. That sounds good. Okay. So for now, this is what we're looking at. The question here is, how much New Granada is going to come up over this way? Probably a fair amount. And are we interested in going up and attacking Caribus? Because I'm not really too interested, maybe taking some New Granadan territory, actually. We could think about that. At any rate, what we definitely should work on right now is saving up some cash. Why is our income so low right now? 2.32. Fleet maintenance. I mean, yeah, we are wildly over our naval force limit, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. We're at 79 out of 41 right now, so we're going to continue building these remaining ships here. Portugal told us of the spice trade. Okay, have fun with that, Portugal. So ticking is on our side. I would like to take more Caribus territory here for sure. So give up claims is definitely a potential option. Breaking the treaty between Portugal and Castile would be a very useful thing for us. No doubt about that. We'll see if that ends up being a thing. So they're currently getting war score just through blockading. Keep in mind, they need to take this right here in order to get ticking war score. So, That's all very interesting indeed. I'm interested in potentially going and taking out this New Granada privateer fleet. And there we go, we got it. And now we're going to head back into doing some fleet in being. There we go. And we're going to get some repairs done here. There's definitely some damage that we took, and that is 100% understood. So that's fine for now. We're going to continue to work on all of this. And I do want... Okay, so they are indeed attacking down over here. This isn't surprising. I do want to continue to explore, but this is going to be interesting indeed. So let's move these guys down this way. I'm wondering what New Granada is in Miltech. 13, so we've got a Miltech on them. Okay, we're going to gain a bunch of ducats here. That's going to be very useful for us. So that is fine for now. And all of these ships are going to finish up fairly soon. We are going to have our fleets maxed out eventually. New Granada unlawfully seized our colony down here. Okay, very rude of them. But we're going to take that back from them, for sure. So we're going to head on down. Hero twins. We gain a free stability. That's nice. And we're going to punish New Granada for this, for sure. We see a Portuguese fleet out over this way. It's not a very strong fleet. How finished is our fleet? Well, we've still got a fair amount of work to do on it, is the answer. But I'm going to send these guys down to fight this fleet. We can easily fight that. So that seems fine for the moment. We actually just finished a mission, which is appease the gods. Okay, that's going to give us a free policy as well as a stability. That seems good. And we're going to walk down over here. Okay, so our fleet is heading out this way. I want these guys to come along with. Beautiful. So their fleet is running away. No shockers here. Matt Lazinka sent no tribute. Also no shockers there. We're going to head in over this way. I want these guys to take this. Actually, I want all of our forces to group together here. Yeah, they're stealing our colonies over here, which is understood. We're going to steal them back. Okay, so that looks good. I want to come up over this way and fight their fleet. Okay. Apparently, we don't get the option to steal their colony back. Well, whatever. So we're going to fight these guys here. They've got reinforcements on the way in, and that looks kind of grim, but we are winning it. So that is fine for now. We win this battle up over here. And we are going to win this battle. So that was worth 5 war score there. We're up to 7 war score right now. We can grab Dip Tech 12, which will give us access to Brigs, which will be not the most useful thing in the world, but it's okay. And we want to immediately make our way over and continue to take out their ships. So this is going to be absolutely fine. They have 65 total ships for Castile and 51 for Portugal. If they were to group together, they could stop us, but we're marauding right now, so that looks good. Okay, so they're heading out over this way, trying to flee, and they're going to succeed in fleeing. These guys are out over here, that's fine. We're going to take back these 2 areas, and the question is, do we want to head south, or do we want to just stop here? I think the answer is I want to merc up. Because of manpower. So the free company would not be necessarily ideal. I'm just looking at what the options are here. A lot of these really lack in the cavalry and cannon departments. Okay, so these guys are locked into going to the Gulf of Honduras. Let's head down there and see if we can catch them. The answer is no, they're too fast. But we can maybe come back around up over here. Our Explorer's ready. I'm not going to send out the Explorer for right now. And at this point, we have a free advisor slot in our admin tech. Okay, let's go for, say, how much are we making from taxes? Okay, this guy's not going to pay for himself. I'm going to grab the yearly inflation reduction advisor. That'll be reasonable for now. I want to move these guys up and these guys down in this order. Okay, so something like that. Now, our fleet is heading over here. A rising star, huh? We're going to gain some prestige. Zealots up over here, looks like they're going to be immediately taken care of. Now, we're not able to catch this fleet, but we can continue to keep them out of here. Okay, so ticking war score is on our side right now. That's really, really good. And we see that they've come back over here. We're going to head down. Ooh, they just set up a colony right here. Okay. So we're going to grab this. That'll be fine. And I do want to make sure that our fleet is heading around this way for right now. So we're going to grab this territory, and we're going to come in and fight Castile right here. Get out of here, Castile. No one likes you. Wonderful. So we're now over 10 war score. At this point, we know what we want. We want this. They have 1,090 reasons not to do this. Need at least 10 war score to make demands. War score of -1, but we're at 11%. What? Hang on. This is definitely not right. I have no idea what's going on there. We're at 11% war score, but we're at -1% war score. Okay. That's certainly interesting. Okay, so we're going to bring these guys on up and group them together. And I'd like to come in and give battle down over this way. That would be ideal. A loan offer, but we're not really very interested. I'm going to group these armies together at this point. I think there's no reason to have them separated for right now. So that'll be fine. I want this, what are you? A war galley? Yeah, you're a war galley. I want you to come out and join us. Okay. So for now, this is fine. We're going to group these together. We're going to fight something over here. So that sounds decent. We're going to gain a bunch of money here. That's really, really good. Very happy about gaining money right now. We're actually not going to catch these guys. Okay. So we're going to need to make our way back up over here. These were locked in, but they're so fast. They just cruised right through there. Our fleet's a lot slower because we've got those heavy ships. So that is absolutely understood. We're still at 10% here. And now this is claiming -5%. When this is actually not at all true. Okay. Very weird. Well, this is getting us nowhere out over here. So what I want to do is I actually want to go invade Caribus. So the question is, what does Caribus have at this point? 28k? Noted. We could just go invade New Granada. That is certainly a theoretical possibility. So, this is 11%. The problem is we're not the war leader. Totonac is the war leader. That's wild. They're a Mesoamerican tributary. And I guess we need to annex vassal on all of these. Okay. Well, I'm going to Royal Marry them. And that seems fine for now. So we're not the war leader here. That's very unfortunate. That's why we're at -2 right now. We could separate piece this. But for now, we're just going to do some invasioning down over here. Taking a little bit of New Granadan territory. We'll see if we end up getting anything out of it. And I would like our fleet to come up over here for now. I would like to attack here, but we don't know what they have in the Terra Incognita behind this. It's slightly risky to do. For the moment, it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to see what ends up happening here. Because we're not the war leader, we might end up losing this territory. I wonder if there's a button that we can press to steal this, since we're occupied. Like, how did they steal it from us? That's not something that we can do, I don't think. So that is definitely very awkward for us. I'll have to look it up and see if we can figure it out, because I'd like to steal these colonies from them right now. That would be absolutely ideal. But it is time to put that cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue prosecuting this war, and we'll see how it goes. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.